Hey guys, just trying to come to yet another Disney store review. Here I have for you today the Deluxe Singing Aurora. Retailing at the Disney store for around $30, she is dressed in her Briar Rose attire, she comes with lots of her animal friends, and she sings Once Upon a Dream. So let's jump right in and have a look at her packaging. Packaging wise, I am very impressed. Normally I don't have a hard time getting rid of boxes, but in this case I do. I love the little detailings with the fairies on top and Aurora's name. I think it all looks great. They chose pink for her color. It is styled like a storybook, so as you can see here, there's a little clasp which you can open. You have little sticky tabs at the tops and the bottom of the corners as well, just to be sure that when you do close it that they do stay down. On this side we have images of Briar Rose herself when she's first introduced in this outfit. And on the other side we just have the scenic background, and that's where the doll and the accessories go. And that's a nice scenic background that is in the Sleeping Beauty movie, which we see Briar Rose dance with her animal friends, and as you can see here there's an image of the doll itself and with her accessories. So it's very simple packaging, but I really love it. I especially love the kind of side profile picture that they have here. Deluxe Singing Aurora. It's very simple, but I really love it. I think this is the best packaging Disney Store has done yet. So let's jump right in now and have a look at the Briar Rose doll herself. So here's Aurora, or Briar Rose, in all her glory, and I must say I've always been a huge fan of the Briar Rose dress, and I think she looks incredible. Let's have a close look at all her details. As you can see here, her face looks amazing. It has slight differences from our previous Aurora face. Very slight, it's very hard to tell. Her eyes do look a bit smaller and they seem to look to the side a bit more. Her face does seem a little bit more elongated, but I think maybe that's just slight differences in doll. They could have used the same mold, but I'm not completely sure. Tell me guys what you think. I think I prefer the old face mold, but the new one isn't that different, so I don't really mind. They did a really good job with her hair curl, as you can see here. I do prefer the newer 2014 Aurora doll hair. It is slightly more gelled though, but I feel that it holds her curls a lot better, as you can see here. It might not in the long run, but we'll see. So overall, I really like her face. They kept with the violet eyes. She is missing her headband, which is unfortunate. It would have completed the outfit, but that's okay. It's just a little accessory that they missed. Color wise on the dress, it is a huge improvement from what we have seen with her Wardrobe and Friends pack. As you can see here, before she had pretty much all violet purple dress. This one does seem a little bit more well constructed. As you can see here with the collar, it is better stitched, while this one just one layer. But these colors are just so much more accurate to the movie itself. It's very close. Slight differences. This is supposed to be grey. This is supposed to be kind of an off-white. But I do like how they kept the black bodice, and the skirt is a little it's the same color as this old one, but I don't mind. I think it's close enough, and I think it looks really good. I'm so glad that they included the shawl that she has. It isn't big enough to wrap around her head, and it's attached to her body. You can clip those out, but I'm gonna keep mine there because it's just gonna fall off if you clip it off, I think. And I think it looks good how it is now. I'm so happy that I included that. I think it really completes the outfit. She has no shoes like she doesn't in the movie, so accurate, all good. So overall, I think the new Aurora molds and clothes are a huge improvement. The hair is an improvement, the clothes is an improvement. The face, I do prefer the old one, but that's just me. Tell me what you guys think. And so now let's have a look at her articulation and her singing mechanisms. Articulation wise, the new Deluxe Singing dolls have slightly different movements from what we've seen in the past. So we do have the same rotation in the head and tilting action. We do have the same arm action in the right arm, so movement in the shoulders, slightly restricted due to her shirt. She has articulation in the elbows and the wrists. The left arm is slightly different since that is the singing arm. So we do have movement in the shoulders, and it does go out as well. Nothing in the elbows, unfortunately. They had to cut that out. And we do have movement in the wrists, but once you do twist that wrist or move it in a certain angle, she will start singing. Legs articulation, we have hip joints. So she can do the splits if she wants. It's quite good. And She has a rubber click knees, so nothing really there. You can click it a couple of times, but it doesn't really do that much. She has nothing in the feet as well. So now let's have a look at her singing. You just need to twist her wrist and she'll start. So her voice does come out from her back, so she does have this love heart speaker under her shirt. The twisting of the wrist is reliable. It doesn't really do it if you don't touch it. Sometimes you do have to be careful. Sometimes I do bump the wrist a little and she starts singing, and I do get a little bit scared since the voice just comes out, and I didn't do it on purpose. The voice itself though is brilliant. I can definitely tell that is the same voice from what we've seen in the original movie. They did a really good job capturing the voice and removing the background music. It is a slightly weird verse of the song though. They do crop it a little bit, but that's just how it is. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. I do prefer the past verses of the other singing dolls, since their songs do seem to go a bit longer and have much more of the original song itself. It's not so cropped, but I do like the voice. Because these are my first singing dolls, I can't really judge that much. I do love the singing action. I slightly do prefer the dolls with the buttons behind the backs to start the singing, since they don't take away any articulation from the arms, and since their verses seem a little bit longer. But that is a thing of the past now. So let's jump right in and have a look at Briar Rose's accessories. So here we have her accessories, and let me tell you guys, first and foremost, I love this basket. I think it really completes Briar Rose's outfit, or Aurora's outfit. It looks amazing. That goes really well with what she wears, and it does hang on her arm really easily if you just bend her wrist a little. It isn't completely accurate to what we see in the movie, but I'm just so glad that she has a basket accessory now to pick her berries. She also comes with many of her animal friends that she danced with in the forest. So we have a squirrel and a rabbit, which are kind of a velvet material, which is really nice. I really like these animals compared to the Wardrobe and Friends packs animals and that came with all those outfits. These ones just seem like they're just way better molds. They seem like they capture the Disney likeness of the animals so much better than what we've seen them do in the past. They just look incredible. Unfortunately, Briar Rose, I would say, does have the kind of lamer accessories. The animals are kind of nice, but they don't really do that much. That's why I like the basket so much, because it just can be useful. And we have this one accessory of hers that does have a little gimmick. If you kind of just touch him, he kind of bobbles around like he's dancing, like the birds are carrying him. We have the rabbits at the bottom in the boots. So it's really, really nice and complete. So overall, I think this doll is brilliant. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I love the Briar Rose outfit, so I'm so glad the Disney Store went back, improved it so much. They included the shawl, they included the basket, they improved her hair so much. Her face is slightly different, which is a good thing, I would say. It does kind of represent her character a little bit more, but I do prefer kind of her eyes a little bit more big like her old previous doll. It's only slight though. Her accessories are okay. I think compared to the other Deluxe singing dolls, her accessories are a bit on the downside, but overall I think it's a great purchase. For $30, it's definitely great for a singing doll, which comes with so much. I highly recommend her. Stay tuned for my other Deluxe singing doll reviews, and until then, I will see you guys soon. Bye!